welcome back. In today's video, I'll be speaking about my symptoms from week 1 to week 7. Today I'm actually 7 weeks pregnant, so let's go back to week 1 and 2. The very first symptoms that I started feeling were my nail beds, like they were hurting so much. And I started looking around because out of nowhere, like I woke up and they felt sore. So I researched and I found a few things that said that perhaps your hormones have a lot to do with this because your nails are growing faster. So since they're growing faster, of course you're gonna feel a change. And for me, it felt like my nail beds were so sore. But that only lasted like 2 days. So I was fine with that. The next symptom was the bloating. I felt so bloated as soon as I ate. I'm still feeling like that, but not as much as I felt the first few weeks. And I know it's probably gonna get worse like later on. But the first few weeks, like as soon as I would eat, I couldn't even like stand myself. Like it would hurt so bad. And with my son Noah, every time I ate any dairy like cheese, milk, I would get bloated and my belly would hurt. So with him, I stopped eating dairy like around 3 months because I couldn't take it. I love pizza and I couldn't eat pizza with him. But with this pregnancy, like so far, I've still been eating dairy. I don't drink milk. I only drink almond milk. But I love cheese and I do eat pizza. So I've kept doing those things and I've been fine. But the first 2 weeks, like it would be anything. I couldn't eat like a piece of lettuce and my belly would feel so bloated. Like tomato, anything that I would put in my mouth, it would make me feel bloated and I would have to like sit there and rest for like 2 hours because I couldn't do anything with the pain. It wasn't like excruciating, it was just like an intense bloating. For weeks 3 and 4, that's when the cramps started happening. It felt like I was ready to come back on my period. Like, you know, the day before or the day of when your period is like full on. I was having like cramps, and I usually suffer from like severe cramps when I do have my period. So I'm kind of used to cramping, but these were a little less than that. But still, it felt like I was ready to come on my period. It felt so weird. But by that point, I already knew that I was pregnant. But my back was also hurting a lot. Like I had so much back pain, and it's so early on, which is crazy. But like these weeks, 3, 4, it just felt like I was on my period because I had cramps, I had backaches, everything was bothering me. Yeah, honey.
Yeah.
My son came out to play with us. Hi, honey.
Yes.
You want to sit with mommy?
Yeah.
Okay, come on.
Mama.
Let's put this down. Okay. Say hi. Say hi. I'm here to visit. You're such a big boy now.
Yes.
Yes. My sense of smell was like spidey senses. Like I can smell things from far away. I was smelling everything. Like that's when I knew that I was for sure pregnant, when I was smelling things from far away. Or I would tell my boyfriend, do you smell that? I smell this, this, and that. And he would be like, no, I don't smell anything. Or even my dogs. Like I couldn't stand the smell of my dogs. I couldn't stand the smell myself. I felt like I smelled horrible. And I was showering like 3 times a day. I usually shower twice, in the morning and then at night. But I was showering like 3 times a day because I felt like I smelled disgusting. And it's the first time, like with my son, I'm gonna be comparing a lot because of course this is my second period. I mean, this is my second baby. But with my son, I didn't have those symptoms, which was weird for me to feel that. I mean, with him, I did smell everything like immediately too. And my friends would be like, you have your spidey senses on. Yeah, I do smell everything right now. But I feel like with this pregnancy, it's like up to another level. For week 3 and 4, I was so hungry. Like I was never full. I was eating. Nothing would fill me up. And I feel like in those weeks, I've gained a lot of weight. So around that time, I started doing like 15-minute workouts every other day. I do squats like every day. I've been doing the Mimi. I don't know if you guys know. I'm pretty sure you guys know Mimi. I think her last name Icon. I'm not sure. But she's been doing since January 1st the 100 squat challenge. And I've been doing those. I have missed a few days here and there because I wasn't feeling good. But for the most part, I've been doing almost every single day. If I'm eating a lot, I'm going to try to work out for sure that day because I need to somehow maintain my weight because with my son, I gained 40 pounds. I went up to 180 on my last checkup with him. And I was like, oh my God, this can't be. And right now, wait till I get to my weight at 7 weeks. You guys, this is crazy. Also, at 3 to 4 weeks, I started going to the bathroom a lot. That's one of the symptoms that's the most annoying because you have to get up at all hours of the night, which I'm not doing that just yet, of course, because the baby's still tiny. But I am going to the bathroom a lot. So now we can move on to week 5 and 6. So for week 5, I felt terrible. I felt so sleepy. All I wanted to do was lay down in the couch, but it's impossible having a toddler at home. But I felt like I couldn't even play catch with him. It was so bad. My back was hurting a lot. Maybe this is part of why I felt so sluggish. And I'm thinking it's because at night I was having like terrors, like very vivid dreams, and they weren't really nice ones. Like my first vivid dream I remember telling my boyfriend was that I had lost my baby. And in my dream, this is a warning if you're pregnant and you're nervous about hearing crazy stories, just fast forward a few seconds. But I'm gonna try to go through this quick. So in my dream, I just felt like I had to go to the bathroom, and I went to the bathroom. I went to pee, and there was so much blood, and I saw a baby like this big come out. And it felt so real that when I woke up, I ran to the bathroom to pee and check. I told my boyfriend about it, and he was just like, don't worry about it, the baby's fine. At this point, we still hadn't gone to the doctors because they won't take me in until 7 to 8 weeks to check on the baby's heartbeat. So we still didn't know if like the baby was okay. So I was like a nervous wreck. So perhaps that's why I was dreaming those things, because in the back of my head I was just wondering so much, like, is this baby okay? Are we gonna see a heartbeat? But I was just having these crazy vivid dreams. Then I was having dreams that I was robbing a bank, and when I woke up, it felt like it was so real. It was just hilarious. And again, with my son, I never had vivid dreams. I've always heard of pregnant women having vivid dreams, but I never had them until this pregnancy. So at week 6, I was starting to get dizzy spells. Anytime that I would stand up, I would feel dizzy. And I know that they say to like take it easy, stand up slowly, don't get up immediately, because that's what brings the dizzy spells on. But it wouldn't matter like how I would do it or how fast, how slow things would go. Anytime I would stand up, I would feel dizzy. Another thing that was going on around 6 weeks was my eyesight. I wear glasses, but like my eyesight was bothering so much, and I was supposed to wear them like all day, every day, but I wear them like every now and then. But this past week, my eyes were bothering me so much that I constantly had my glasses on, like from the moment I woke up to the moment I went to sleep. So like I said earlier in the video, today I am 7 weeks pregnant, and yesterday I went for my ultrasound, the first one, and we saw the heartbeat of the baby. I got my due date. I knew my due date based on my period calculations. So my baby is supposed to be born on September 11th, 2019. I know. It's a bit of a bummer because it's not such a nice day for our country. But hopefully the baby's born a day or two after or before that due date, because it's not so nice, you know? I'm sure a lot of you understand. So the heartbeat of the baby was at 130. If you guys want to leave me like the heartbeats of your baby at 7 weeks, you're welcome to, and we can chat about that, because I don't really have a lot of knowledge on that. They say that you can't figure out the baby's gender with the heartbeat, but I don't know. And that's another thing. I do not want to know the gender. With my son, of course, like, it's your first baby, you're crazy, you're obsessed, you're looking for everything, for all the answers. And with him, I wanted to know as fast as I could. But with this baby, I want to take things a lot easier, enjoy the pregnancy. I want it to be a surprise. Like, I want to know as soon as the baby comes out. So yeah, with this pregnancy, I'm trying to take things easy. I don't want to know the gender. But my boyfriend, he's like, we have to know the gender immediately. I told him, like, he has to understand, like, this baby's in my body, but it's also his baby. So I have to take his feelings into consideration. So I told him, what if I give you the envelope and you find out, but you don't tell me. But I don't know how well that's gonna work because I don't think he'd be good at keeping that huge secret. I told him, if you find out, no one else can know. And he's like, no, like we all have to know, we have to be prepared. But I told him, like, we have everything we need for a baby because my son is only 22 months. He'll be 2 in March 1st. So we still have everything we need. And I don't really care about having pink things or all blue things. If it's another boy, great. We have everything that he had left over. And if it's a girl, it's fine with me for her to wear a few of his onesies. Doesn't make a big difference. All we would have to do is buy a few other outfits at the moment. But for him, it's like a huge deal. Like, he has to find out what the baby's gender is. So I wasn't really listening when he said when he told me, the doctor told me the size, the measurements of the baby. I mean, here it says that the measurements are 0.742 centimeters. So I'm not sure. But I've heard that the baby should be about the size at this point of your fingernail, and that's pretty accurate. So let me show you. But yeah, guys, that's my little jelly bean that's due on September 11th. Let me know the size of your babies at 7 weeks, and maybe I can see and compare the sizes and numbers that I see on this, but I'm not quite sure. So like I said before, with this pregnancy, I haven't been obsessing like I obsessed with my son. When he was born, I was downloading all of the apps I can download. I was reading every little information, but now with the second one, I'm taking things a little easier. And of course, having him, like, I don't have time to sit there all day and be twiddling on my phone, checking for this or that or this symptom, or is this okay? This time I feel like a lot more at peace with him. I stressed out a lot, and I even wound up getting alopecia, and I had like 2 giant holes in the back of my head. Like, my hair fell off in chunks. Like, I had 2 quarter-size holes in the back of my head. But the good thing is that it was right here in the bottom of my hair, so all of this part covered that. So I was okay. But my hairdresser told me, and I was freaking out. So with him, I stressed out so much. And with him, I also was told around 5 to 6 months that there might be a heart issue, that I needed an echo. And then when I ended up going, everything was okay. On the last scan, they told me he was measuring so small in my belly. But then when I went to get the scan, the lady was like, they don't know what they're talking about. Your son is just really compact. He was really small, like my belly was really small, but it was just that he was really squished in there. But he was a big boy. He was 21 inches, 7 pounds. So a few apps that I have on my phone are Ovia, The Bump, Pregnancy Plus. But the ones that I rely on the most, like with him, I relied on Ovia, and that was it. But I'm liking the Pregnancy Plus and the Ovia together. Like, I look back and forth on those 2 apps, and it'll show me like the size of the baby. For 7 weeks, it says that it's the size of a wee raspberry, so it's pretty small. And when I was at my scan, the doctor was like, wow, this baby is tiny. So let's talk about my weight. Right now I am weighing 158, and I'm 5'5", guys. That is just way too much. So I know that I have to watch my weight. I'm not trying to get to 200 pounds. So now let's get to a little bump shot. My little one. But here's my bump. I'm 5'5" and I'm 158. I feel like you can't really see it so much. But at the same time, I'm like top heavy and I'm smaller in the bottom. So this is what it looks like. The baby is like tiny. So this is all like extra weight right now. But right now, I don't feel like I have to like wear maternity pants or anything like that, or like a band on my button. Everything feels just fine. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next baby bump update.